Hi, welcome to episode 6 of Leadership Lessons from the Bible, where we share some leadership, management, and life lessons from the Bible for our daily living. Today, we want to look at a scripture from Matthew chapter 16, verse 13 to 20, and I'll pick a couple of verses from there. I read, "When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, 'Who do people say the Son of Man is?' They replied, 'Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others say Jeremiah or one of the prophets.' But Jesus asked them, 'But you, who do you say I am?' Simon Peter answered, 'You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God.'" Verse 20, "Then Jesus ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah." What lessons can we learn from this encounter that Jesus had with his disciples? Lesson 1. As leaders, we must be interested in getting feedback from our people. Feedback is very crucial if we need to succeed in life. The Americans have a proverb, "He that charts a course do not know they are wrong until someone informs them." Feedbacks are very crucial to any endeavor in this life. I have come to understand that feedbacks help us to really communicate our identity to people. Who we are, what we stand for, are all revealed through feedback communication with people. Our brand identity is revealed through the eyes of other people, because we cannot fully communicate our brand until we get feedback of what people think of our brand or our identity. Also, feedback helps us to know whether our message is understood by the people we are communicating with or not. It also helps us to get feedback on our communication style, whether our communication is working or not, or our message is cutting across or not. Feedback will give us that important information, or the process of feedback will communicate that to us clearly. Then we will only know whether our goals, our purpose, our objectives are being met through feedback, because feedback helps us to interact with people and to be able to tell whether we are getting the clear purpose of our interactions with people or not. Feedback also helps us to measure the impact of our activities. What impact are we making? What's going well? What's not going well? What's wrong? What's not working well? What needs to change? All will happen through feedback communication. Then lastly, feedback helps us to make the necessary corrective actions so that we can clearly achieve the purpose of our objectives. It is important also that when we want to collect feedback, we do a 360 feedback system where we are collecting feedback from various people. Notice that Jesus said to his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" Then he said to them again, "But who do you say I am?" He was interested in getting to know what outsiders think about him, and then also getting to know what his own disciples thought about him. Leaders and businesses collect feedback from various publics of theirs, from their customers, from their workers, from their employees, and several sources. They collect all this feedback that helps them to plan and make the right decisions. As individuals, it is important for us to learn to collect feedback from people above us, people below us, and people at our level, if we really need to understand the impact of our interactions in daily lives. What people think or say about us is as a result of their perception about who we are, and to a large extent they'll relate to us based on this perception. So feedback is very crucial if we need to really succeed concerning anything in this life as leaders. Let's look at the second lesson we can pick from this story. Don't be too quick to tell people who you are. Let them experience who you are. Remember, Jesus ordered his disciples to not tell anyone that he was the Messiah. That's so much wisdom that we can learn from. In my personal life as a pastor, I do not tell people I'm a pastor when I interact with them. It is the last thing they will find about me. We should not be in a hurry to blow our own trumpet. We should not be in a hurry to tell people who we are and what we've done and what we achieved and what we have and what we can do. Many times it's important to let that come out slowly. Let people experience who you are and let them make a judgment. Let them come to a knowledge of who you really are. Many of the people that encountered Jesus got to know who he was. For Jesus, even at the point of being judged to be crucified, resisted saying who he was to the authorities. In the world of branding, it is important for us to know that people's experience of who we are is more important than what we demonstrate of ourselves. Let your works speak for you at all times. Thank you so much, and God bless you.